A South African serial killer bags 170 years behind bars. Like, they gave him life imprisonment 6 times at a row in the same place. So what happened to this guy? You know the reason why I like the way this app behaves? It keeps sending me things that keep proving these people wrong. No, in Johannesburg, there's this area where sex hawkers stay. People who do with men for money stay. And so there's one guy, his name is Mkhwana. He happened to be a serial whatever. You know why I'm saying that? A serial unaliver. That's what he likes to do. And on reaching one of those days, what he does is that if he picks you, according to what he told the judge, if he picks you and you don't struggle, you allow him to take advantage of you, and you don't argue with the price he's supposed to pay, he will do the do and let you go. But when it brings you to that place, and I don't understand why these hawkers, the ex-workers, I don't want to call it as it is, they allow him go into that kind of warehouse-like building to do the deal with them. And if you are doing that kind of business, you should be able to let them take you to a proper hotel that it could be, which is even very dangerous. That is and this woman has children, and the daughter explained that the mother is very close to her, that she and the mother, they speak all the time, but that day, that every 1 hour she and the mom will speak. So they asked her if she was, how did she feel that the mom is a sex worker. She said, well, that she doesn't feel okay with what the mother does, but she loves her mother, and she's her mother, by the way, all the same. So this particular lady, colleague in the street walk, in the night hustle, let me put it that way, now notice that this woman does not do all night. How come she's not back? So they started looking for the woman. The children went house to house looking for them, went to where their mother used to hawk. Do you understand? When I say hawk, you understand? She went there and they didn't see this woman. People came out in the night, they didn't see her. And she was older because she has a daughter who is already an adult. So apparently the woman struggled with the guy because he used to R-A-P-E them. He used to capital R, small a, P-E them. I don't want to call it as it is. You understand? Used to do that to the women. So they discovered some parts of the bodies, hair, some, that kind of thing. And 2 of those women were pregnant. So he did the do with 2 women who were pregnant. And he usually does these things in the father used to be a mechanic or so, or maybe a panel beater, and then he goes to the father's shop to do this thing. And what my question is it that the father never saw any of these things or smelt any awful smell around their house? Is it that? No, I want to know, because could it be that the father does not smell all these things because it takes somebody who does not perceive anything to just allow things like this life follow, or things like this happen, and nobody will say anything? Because this boy, okay, now while he was in court, the how do I call it, the psychologist asked him some questions while he was being tried. He said that when he was younger, when he was 18, a sex worker accused him wrongly of doing the do with another person. And when they accused him of doing the do with another person, you know what I mean now, with another sex worker. I'm trying seriously not to go. That he was accused wrongly and was locked up for, I think, 10 months or thereabout. He served the jail time, and when he came out, he decided to now be doing it on a regular basis. He will allow people to go to bed, then he will pick his father's truck. And the funny thing is, some of the bodies, because he discovered 6 bodies, some of the bodies were found in one of the cars that were parked, the trucks that were parked. You know how in a mechanic shop they park some trucks that people are knowing. So I'm wondering, with all the South Africans have said that, South Africa is the best place, and in fact, it's the best place to live. South Africa is peaceful. It is Nigerians that are causing crime in South Africa, according to what they said, quoting them. But how come Sifiso Mkhwanazi, Deadly Desires, Kate Blanche. This news was covered by the Kate Blanche people, and then the Mkhwanazi is the guy who was doing all this. And so they investigated him. They asked him questions. He said, yes, it was because of what happened to him when he was 18. They lied against him. That was why he now started unaliving those people, that he goes to pick them and unalive them. But the ones that, and they showed condoms, they showed used ones and the ones that are not used in large quantity. They showed lingering, they showed hair and all of those things, and they saw fresh blood. And they showed some graphics that could really not be something you want to see. But I had to watch this. This particular documentary was done, or rather the story was done a month ago. But it's still very fresh. When did this event happen? It happened in 2022. So I want to understand how this kind of horrible things happen in South Africa, but on a daily basis, they try to bring down Nigerians to just unalive them, bring down Nigerians to just give them a bad name. Meanwhile, the kind of things that happen in Joburg, in Pretoria, in Durban is crazy. These things happen on a daily basis, and it's not a big deal to them. Let us see what their people commented, because I like to read comments because it's very important. Somebody said, the victim's daughter is such a delight. You are well spoken and represent your mother well. Wishing you a bright future and peace beyond your understanding. Let us see what they are saying, because if it was a Nigerian comment section for New Year. This one said, the poor daughter, she is such a star. Hope she reads this and realizes that millions of us are rooting for her. And this one say, brave little daughter for showing her face. Keep well, little one. And this one say, her daughter is an angel. Apparently now people are sympathizing and empathizing with the girl. Because the thing is, this one say, bring back the death penalty and all of this will stop in South Africa. Really? You see? Now it's them that are doing it. They are not, I thought they will accuse Nigerians of being the one doing this. You will never hear that a Nigerian unalive anybody in South Africa. They are the ones who are always unaliving our people, because to unalive people is in their lineage, is in their DNA. This one saying, Nazolo is lovely young lady. May she have a long and happy life. This one says, something tells me if this guy had a strategy on how he would dispose the bodies, he would have walked free. It was DNA that discovered the guy, because nobody would have thought that guy comes there at 19. I think he was 19 years, because it was after he was 18 that thing happened. Then he served that term, he turned 19 and started doing this. This one said, the government's silence about the crime in Joburg is very scary. I was looking for this. Our government is a disgrace, shame. But if you hear these people, the way they will drag Nigeria, oh my God, you would think they are angels. That's what you would think. But I'm happy that this guy, his name is Patrick Mabaso. The government is silent. This person said, thank you for harmonizing the victims. This one said, this just doesn't make sense to me. Bodies in all industry, business area, and no one for 1 month were aware. Would anyone want to live? Why would anyone want to live in this city? Why would anyone want to live in Joburg? Where they were trained people around and people did not perceive the awful smell. Could it be that he was injecting them something? That's me trying to ponder how this boy carried out this kind of atrocities and nobody knew, and they were in beanbag, they were scattered around, nobody perceived. They even saw one skeleton. Apparently that's his first victim. This one said, honestly, so there is no refuse collection, like no one noticed the smell. This is crazy. Hey, I'm happy they are the ones saying this one. Say, I hope Nzolo has a place of safety where she is staying. This one said there is something very rotten about Johannesburg. Oh, this one says, still don't see the need for death sentence. Don't you people see? This one said the victim girl is such a sweet girl, and if they said something wrong with Joburg, and let's see what people reply. This one said they are everywhere I promise. Remember the station struggler? He was from Cape Town. Then another one from KKZ